Hello, fight fans. Here it is. National final of presidential madness. George Washington, old number one, the father of our country, the destroyer of villages, versus Theodore Roosevelt. Did he have any nicknames, Dan?
Yeah, he did. From what I can see, the old Rough Rider, a happy warrior, and my favorite, the Dynamo of Power.
Wow, that's... I just know that he said, speak softly and carry a big stick. I'm Mark Haggard. I'm a history teacher gone rogue. Alongside Hitman Dan Young, longtime AP U.S. history teacher, state champion coach in multiple sports, former cage fighter himself. Dan, I did not know that your tears can cure coronavirus. It's just unfortunate that you have never cried.
Still holding out on that one, waiting for a big payday. Hopefully I can retire after this.
All right, sounds good. Over the last few weeks, we've been winding our way through our 44-man tournament, presidents fighting cage matches, and we have whittled our way down from 44 to 2. Our fights were judged by a panel of outstanding historians, outstanding coaches, Dan, myself, the fight doctor, Dave McDonald, OC, Rob Doring, and the Bengal, Jason Taylor. I'll tell you, Dan, as a teacher, I've learned more from you guys than any teacher's conference I've ever been to.
Yeah, speaking of making money on this one, I see this being a real cash cow. Look for a professional development conference coming towards you.
That would be awesome. We certainly want you to become involved with Madness. Comment on our matches. Do you agree that these are the two toughest presidents in U.S. history? Subscribe to History Teacher Gone Rogue. You can go back to our selection show if you work or classes or vacation's been canceled. We are still on. If you are bummed that the NCAA tournament is canceled, we are here for you, standing in the gap.
Yeah, we are keeping the best of March Madness alive today with this presidential finale.
Hitman, could it have been anybody else? I mean, this really is Ali Frazier, this is Tyson Holyfield, this is the Rumble in the Jungle and the Thrilla in Manila rolled together, Joe Louis versus Max Schmeling, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant, Henderson versus Rua in UFC 139. Need I go on?
I don't think so, but what are we going to call this one? I'm pushing for Corona Village.
Corona? All right, two presidents from two different Americas. Washington, the first president, inaugurated in 1789. Roosevelt, the 26th president, inaugurated in 1901. Let's look at America in these two different times. Population of the United States today is 335 million people. In 1901, it was just 76 million, and 1789, just 3.9 million.
Yeah, and actually, we might be trending back towards those 1901 numbers as we speak.
Obviously, there are 50 states today. Roosevelt was president over 45 states, Washington over 13 states.
Yeah, my question is, do you think they'd be disappointed of the America we know today?
That's a good question. Today, about 70% of Americans live in cities. Under Roosevelt, only about 40% of Americans live in cities. Only 18% of Americans lived in cities when Washington was president.
Yeah, that's a good one. I wonder how these presidents are adapting to this new America that they see now.
This must be interesting for them. Yesterday, I found a loaf of bread at my local Fred Meyer for $2.48. The price of bread in Roosevelt's time was 30 cents. In Washington area, you were probably making your own bread.
Yeah, and actually, I was with Washington when he saw the bread in the store. Aside from the prices, he was more impressed that it was sliced.
It was sliced and in an actual plastic
Yeah.
sheath. Oh my God, Dan, what's going on over there? Spotlight, and I believe that is James Brown, soul brother number one, the godfather of soul. I recognize those horns. Superhighway, coast to coast, they can take you anywhere. Living in America, got to have a celebration. Wow, James Brown, we did not expect that. It looked just like Rocky IV before Ivan Drago killed Apollo Creed.
Yeah, that's unfortunate on that one.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. Dan, with everything else being canceled by the coronavirus, we have got a fantastic pre-show.
Yes, and for more on the upcoming match, let's go down to ringside. We got Harry Carey with us.
Hey everybody, Harry Carey here. Madison Square Garden, what a place. Hey, Steve, you told me you were a historian. How about that Roman Empire? They once ruled the entire world. They even had little togas for the penguins in Antarctica. I understand that they have pictures of Qin Shi Huangdi eating pizza. He used chopsticks. Hey, who was your favorite Roman emperor? Mine was Napoleon.
I'm actually going to go with Julius Caesar on this one. Actually, I plan on staying at his house in Vegas when I go watch my Raiders next fall.
Hey, speaking of Napoleon, these two fighters are like gladiators. The guys that rode horses at each other and tried to knock each other off their horses with long sticks. Hey, Steve, if you had the choice, would you rather be in a gladiator contest or have pizza with Qin Shi Huangdi?
I'm going to be marching in the Coliseum with my head held high in this one.
I'd eat pizza. Horses are scary. Then I'd wash it down with a tall, cool Budweiser. I'm a Bud man. Hey, Steve, how about this George Washington? He's a good guy. He's on the $1 bill. When you put your money in your wallet, make sure the bills are all facing the same direction, or it's like the presidents are kissing each other. Hey, Steve, if you were on the $1 bill, would you kiss yourself?
Every morning I would.
Hey, how about that Teddy Roosevelt? He was awesome in that museum movie. I liked him better, though, in Dodgeball. Hey, if you had the choice, would you rather be hit in the head with a dodgeball thrown by Teddy Roosevelt or kiss George Washington?
Well, I know which one Coach Haggard would choose.
Hey, I'd get hit by Teddy Roosevelt. I wouldn't want splinters in my tongue. Then I wouldn't be able to drink a tall, cool Budweiser. Cubs win, Cubs win, Cubs win. All right, wrapping up with Harry Carey just in time, impeccable timing. Lights go down in Madison Square Garden, and the competitors are headed down to the octagon. First into the arena, out of deference to number one, Theodore Roosevelt, 26th President of the United States, 5'10", weighed in at 215 pounds. Born in New York City, Manhattan more specifically, he is literally carrying a big stick down the aisle. How awesome is that?
We can't ask for more than that. I just want to see how loud he's going to speak after the fight's over.
He enters the ring yelling bully to the crowd, hometown crowd, cheering wildly.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough atmosphere for old number one here.
Now into the arena from the other direction, George Washington. Wow, crowd is almost reverent to old number one. Teddy salutes Washington as he makes his way down the aisle.
Yeah, these two men respect each other, you can tell. Very classy move on both sides.
Now, what a sight. Everybody Washington enters the octagon, 6'2", weighed in at 184. Teddy goes over quickly and shakes his hand. The two hug quickly. Teddy said something, but I couldn't hear it, speaking softly. The two men go to their corners.
Yep, after all these quiet pleasantries, I think they're about to end. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. I agree with you. The bell rings, and here we go. Presidential Madness final. George Washington versus Teddy Roosevelt. The two circle in the center of the ring. Roosevelt throws a couple of jabs, deflected by old number one. Washington counters with a hard straight right. Caught Teddy on the walrus mustache that he wears.
Yeah, Washington looking to set the tone early in this fight.
Roosevelt, roundhouse kick, again blocked by Washington. The father, looking sharp at the start here.
God, these boys came to play tonight.
Washington, standing off center to the left of Roosevelt. That's a little unorthodox.
Yeah, probably because of Teddy's detached retina he suffered while sparring boxing in the White House library.
That'd be good for Washington to know. Roosevelt throws a move that he calls the Cuba Libre at Washington. Washington goes to the mat. Teddy quickly gets in a couple of shots, then goes to the mat with him. Teddy works his way back behind the father. Washington escapes, and both men quickly get back to their feet.
Yeah, for more on the action, let's go down to ringside. Got Harry Carey again.
Hey, I'll have a bratwurst and a tall, cool Budweiser. I'm a Bud man. Let's not go down to Harry Carey. Now Washington, holy crap, climbing the side of the octagon, stands on the top rail, launches himself into Roosevelt, and they both go down.
Holy cow, I didn't know that was a legal move in the octagon.
Washington may have hurt Roosevelt.
Yeah, after seeing this take place, is there an upset in the making?
Just look at he just pissed him off. Both men back to their feet. Roosevelt, flying roundhouse kick, caught Washington right on the chin. Washington is staggered. Roosevelt follows quickly. Haymaker. Washington slips the punch and counters with a right to Roosevelt's ribs and an uppercut. Both now settle back into the center of the ring.
Yeah, we couldn't ask for a better start to this fight. Both men giving and receiving huge blows. It's going to be a long night, I think, for both these gentlemen.
Action just going. Washington, powerful left hook, connects with Teddy's temple. It's like he didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, Washington keeps pounding that detached retina.
Teddy staggers back to the side of the octagon, catches himself. Washington comes with another straight right, catches Roosevelt in the eye. Washington follows with another shot to the body. Teddy shouts, bully! And Washington backs off with a puzzled look on his face.
Yeah, this is a lapse in judgment by Washington. The only time you stop in the octagon is when the ref is pulling you off.
Roosevelt now on offense. Double leg takedown. Roosevelt trying to take advantage of his jiu-jitsu skills.
Yeah, this could be it for number one. His ground skills do not compare to Teddy's.
Both men got to be tired. Furious battle so far. You see Washington just resting his head against Roosevelt. Teddy not going away like the British in 1781. Washington escapes and gets back to his feet. Teddy gets behind number one. I think this might be it. Guillotine hold. Washington trying to escape. It looks like TR has him now. Washington run out of gas. It looks like it might be. It could be. It is. Teddy Roosevelt wins Presidential Madness. An 8-minute battle royal with George Washington. Wow, Dan. Two deserving champions. Only one can take home the title of toughest president in U.S. history. Dan, your thoughts?
Yeah, we all knew Teddy was a favorite going to this one, but I have to tip my hat to Washington. He gave Teddy everything that he could actually muster up in this one.
Man. So for Teddy Roosevelt, One shining moment. In one shining moment, you reach for the stars. One
we don't have
shining
the rights to
moment.
that.
Damn. So, well, there you have it. After 3 weeks, 45 matches, and the coronavirus, we now have the toughest president in U.S. history. Congratulations to Teddy Roosevelt. You can take the HTGR trophy back to Oyster Bay, New York. Back to Oyster Bay, New Congratulations, Teddy Roosevelt. You can now take the HTGR trophy back to Oyster Bay, New York. You are the toughest president in United States history. And we are a better country for it, Dan. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think there's a more deserving champion. Teddy started preparing for this fight over 100 years ago in the White House Library, a true student of the cage fight game.
That is amazing. Dan, I got to tell you, it has been a pleasure working with you. I want to thank you for adding to History Teacher Gone Rogue. I hope it was worth your time.
Actually, I had all the time in the world.
Oh, that's right. You have a student teacher this year. Anyway, I want to thank Dan, the fight doctor, Dave McDonald, OC Rob Doring, and the Bengal, Jason Taylor, for helping judge the matches and write our shows. I want to thank our producer, Casey Moulton, and Mr. Brent Allen for letting us borrow his studio here on the campus of Columbia High School. Most importantly, I want to thank you guys for coming along. I hope you had fun. I sure did, but I'll quit my day job. And as we're wondering what to do next weekend because March Madness has been canceled by coronavirus, think of me. And think of Dan. We're history teachers, and we've gone rogue.